Probably a waste of time doing that next spin. So it'll just keep burning boards in, won't it? Board? No. It's due one. So the problem with this, you can't burn off credits very easily because it just wants to board all the time. I almost feel it's refreshing when it doesn't give me a board. That M's coming back in a minute, innit? Told you. Board. we take Moo Farm on an invincible board just to show it can offer you for some unknown reason 13 quids and stuff. Normally 15. Yeah, 15. It'll roll back in again next spin, so it's a bit of a waste of time doing it, but no, it hasn't. Wow. As soon as you hold stop, by the way, it rolls the board in pretty much at this point every time. So if you hold stop holding, it just decides it's just rocking a board straight in at you. I've solved my battle axe issue as well. I'm picking another battle axe up, so I'll have 2. Somebody was getting rid of one on one of the groups, and their ad kept getting pulled. He's not that far from me. I was like, I'll have it off you, mate. So I'm going over to collect that, I think, on Sunday morning. And then this is going on Sunday afternoon. Probably better show you the gambles. I was just chilling then. So does that mean it's streaking, being the burning question? Because it's just gambled through the block. It's just like it's going all the way, this, doesn't it? I'm just going to reverse it. Have we actually finally cracked it? Knock that back again. Of course it is. Oh, fuck off. Stop giving me bloody IM boards. All I know is if it's actually shrieking yet. Fuck off. Don't take them, it just flies up to jackpot as well. Right, let's take Moo Farm now and see if it's over a £5. And then we'd know it'd be streaking, I'm assuming. Be more than a £5, please. No. Oh, just carry on then. This would drive anybody insane, wouldn't it? Knocking that back as well. As if you're not giving me a bloody barcode. and they say deal or no deals are no fun. Oh, fuck off, Mario. Still a great little machine. I've ended up selling it because I've made a video on it. It's the only way I can describe it. So somebody contacted me who obviously follows my little channel. Hold on. He's had a couple of machines off me in the past, or his dad has, and he was like, I've got to have it. I really want it, and I'm like, I've had it 2 minutes, and my son quite likes it because it's Mario. I don't really want to get rid of it, so he's made me an offer, and I've reluctantly accepted. This has actually been a bit of a ball ache, this machine, to be honest with you. The biggest problems I've had with it is when I got it, I had to fix the main board inside it. While I was fixing the main board inside it, I contacted one of my mates who sent me another one, which is one it's running at the moment. And I don't know if anybody looked back at the first video I did on it. If you look at where the LCD screen is, or your display or whatever it is, if you look on that screen, when it fades out after the board, there's like a clear problem with it where this bit here is like got stuff in it that it shouldn't have. And I think it was a power supply. I'm fairly certain that's what it was that was causing the issue. Although that main board's not been back in it yet. I'll probably put that back in at some point. So I tried to buy a power supply on eBay because there's one relatively cheap on there that's working. That took about a week and a half to arrive. It only arrived yesterday, and it's a fucking DVD player, not a power supply. So I've contacted the seller who says, oh, I made a mistake, I've sent the wrong thing to you and the wrong thing to somebody else. Not a great deal of good to me, that. In the meantime, there was a job lot, so there's a guy that uses the groups who was selling a load of Epoch spares, and to be honest with you, in that set of Epoch spares happened to be a main board, two main boards that were both faulty, a load of slave boards which work because the only thing that ever seems to go wrong on these slaves is your lamp boards, a Meigei M1 power supply board, which, so the guy who's selling it clearly didn't have a frigging clue what he was selling because it's wrong tech for a start, but of use to me because I've got loads of M1 stuff, so I'll have that as well. Out of his stuff, I've managed to get one of the main boards working again, and one of them needs somebody who can do some on-top soldering because I can't do it. You need the right gear to do it for a start. And then, so one of the main boards works, one of the main boards doesn't work, and I've got this power supply that's, well, God knows where that is at the moment, but it's not with me. So at the moment, I've got about three working Epoch main boards, which is quite a few considering the technology shit. I've got a power supply that I'm probably going to ask for a refund on because I don't really need it anymore. Although I probably will buy another Epoch at some point. And I only really bought this one because it's in the right cabinet for my M1 stuff. So, you know, it's the right type of cabinet, although it's front opening. It's you know, the right sort of size, shape, etc., etc. So it's like, well, I'd quite like it as well. So I'd have it, but I kind of fancy a Duff Beer Guide, like one of the originals, not one of the Simpsons beer guides, the one that says Duff Beer Guide on it, the rarer one. So if one of them turns up at some point, I'll probably have that. But then you get that glass issue, which you get there on them, where it sort of drops away from the top of the cabinets, and they always look shit after a bit. And then very, very shortly, I'll be off down to the south coast with Ben, so that'll be quite good fun. Get away for a few days, bit of drinking, bit of gambling, etc., etc. So that'll be nice. And I'll make some videos on some of Dave's stuff at Real Fruits, and hopefully he's located a bit of software that I was after as well. So I'll have a chat with him when I see him. Oh, we also got a couple of, I think, hoppers as well. I've got all sorts of shite that turned up. But you've got to kind of do it sometimes, haven't you? This had a fair wedge of money through it to try and get it to a point. No, just hit the right one. Quite annoyingly, it only lets you get about 30 credits into it. Which, when I'm firing loads of money and I always forget. Which probably doesn't help me. So I'd say this one's been quite an eventful machine. Machines aren't normally this much trouble. Normally there's just like one thing wrong with them and that's it. But this one seems to have had shitloads wrong with it, and I just seem to have acquired like enough M1 stuff, Epoch stuff, to be able to make about 3 machines out of it. Be more than a fiver. You just an arsehole.
I'm gonna win.
The worst thing is, I'm doing this video and I'm not even sure I'm going to get there in time, and I really can't be arsed putting much more through it. It has had a fair old wedge. It should be there or thereabouts, really, you would have thought. I just had to swap hands because my arm's getting tired of sitting down and videoing. It's much easier when he's standing up. I just can't be bothered. Find some more quids at it. Doing it at full pace? No, can't. Wrong hand as well. I assume it's not going to kill me, but I'm still hitting the wrong one. Is that how bored you're getting? Or I am. Alright, I'm going to hit it this time. No, I'm not. I might swap hands back. So I'm going to hit it the right with the hand I'd normally use. No, still can't hit it. Right, see, it wants to give me a jackpot. Right, I better stop messing about now. Brilliant.
Here we go.
Brilliant. Just like kill it.
I'm gonna win.
It's easier when it's further away from a question mark.
I'm gonna win.
Come on, Mario, have a word with yourself. Can't even run the credits down quickly. Everything you do is just done so slowly. Like in fairness, I've probably blown off about 20 quid here. But it's taking me ages just to lose a bit. Inevitable.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna win.
Oh, God's sake. Oh, there's another one as well. People who whinge about me pressing the buttons too hard. It's a fucking switch inside the machine. It takes like 2 seconds to swap one over and put a new one in if you did break one in the unlikely event. Like, God, get over yourselves. It's no big deal. I'm just a heavy-handed bastard, that's all. I can't help it. Well, we're 26 minutes into a video and we are no nearer than we were when we started the video of getting this piece of shit to actually do what it's meant to do. Let's fire some more credits at it.
Let's go.
Brilliant.
Let's go.
I think I'm going to high five myself if it ever gives more than a fiver.
I'm gonna win.
There's that little pause for another IM that you don't really want. Of course it is.
Let's go.
This is like proper torture, this, isn't it? Like, why would you subject yourself to it? Like, I played machines in this era, and there was definitely easier stuff to play than this. Definitely. Less time consuming, less painful, more fun, better gameplay. Well then, from a theme point of view, of course, it's absolutely brilliant. Oh, you teased me. I thought you might hit it, but no.
Let's go.
What makes matters worse, I haven't even got brew. So we're over 30 minutes in now to a machine that was absolutely off its can when I came on it.
Let's go. I'm gonna win.
And I don't know how much I'm into it for, but I'd say it's a few quid. Of my original 40 quid I started with, I've got, what, about a tenner of it left.
Let's go. Yahoo!
Come on, be nice.
Let's go.
No.
Yahoo! I'm gonna win.
There's that pause again. Just take 2 quid this time. Loves a pause, doesn't it? You'd think it'd want to give barcodes at this point. Nope, it'd rather just give me another invincible board, because that's piss funny. Hit it. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm not gonna win.
Normally starts with a 9, does it? No, it starts with an 8.
Let's go.
Yep, still £5.
Let's go. Let's go.
No.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm not gonna win.
I'm gonna win. Yeah! How did you spend your Tuesday off work? I spent it trying to make a Mario Kart streak. I'm gonna get a brew in a bit. Might do a part 2 if I don't get it in this last £4. Might have another 30 or 40 quid or something like that.
Let's go.
Of course it is. Yeah, sad time when you realise there wasn't actually £4 in the bottom of it. It's almost disappointing. Do 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 do. So another £5 off Moo Moo Farm, no doubt. Of course it is. Well, I'm at 35.5 minutes now, so in theory I might get 40 minutes for 40 quid. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh well.
Let's go.
I also think it's a bit disappointing that they didn't put the same symbol on all 3 reels, so you can't get 3 of the same symbol. You know, like you could obviously, on an old Italian job, get a red, white and blue board. Would have been good if they'd have incorporated something like this into Mario, but they didn't. Maygabe obviously running out of things to do at this point. Absolute waste of time taking a £1. You just end up getting IM board back after IM board, so it just drives you insane. Of course it's £4. Obviously, if you were stealing off any of this sort of stuff, barcodes were really, really valuable, which they weren't with some of the machines. They weren't as valuable. But on these, what you would tend to find is that your exchange, if you're getting at about a £5, which is where you generally get from a barcode, it'll throw at you a tenner. So if you're just after a quick sort of steal out of the machine, what you try and do is play them for barcodes. And you just try and exchange and get yourself tenners, because it would quite happily give you them for a tenner. It wouldn't really be asked about it. It's normally 5 nudges away. Same with a Meltdown and some of the others. It's even worth taking. It's probably not even worth taking it. As you know, a cheeky 5 you don't want. Good old invincible board that we've not seen 500 times in this video. Take a £5. I'll prolong my pain for a bit, but it should knock back the IM board for at least a little bit of time. That's upsetting, isn't it? You'd think a £5 would upset it that much.
I'm gonna win.